So, good day everyone. This is the title of our unit plan, Consumer Electronics Servicing. So, for the unit author, Daryl May Bernadas, Paul Byron Gajeto, John Nathan Angelo Centino, and Jeffrey Tupas. And also stated there their Gmail addresses. So, for the course name, Consumer Electronics Servicing. Course section, BTL Ed IA 3A. School, city, state, or zip code. 5,000. Instructor, name, Prof. Connie Faye Bio, MA. For the unit overview, unit plan title, Consumer Electronics Servicing. Curriculum framing questions. For the essential question, there is a why do we need to study the consumer electronics servicing? So for the unique questions, there are who is the founder of electronics? What is the importance of electronics? What are some PPEs that we are using in electronic and why they are important? What are the common problems in electronic servicing? What are the advantages and disadvantages in studying consumer electronics servicing? How studying electronics affects the industry and the society. So let's go on and go to the unit summary. The learners will research and collect information about the electronics by surfing the internet, watching videos, documentaries, and other platforms related to the electronics, and visiting facilities, industries, and etc. if possible. They will create portfolios, multimedia presentations, and other different outputs using the ideas and information that they have been gathered, and they will do it as a group for their final project. This will be displayed during the school exhibit. So for the subject area, list or industrial arts technology or TELE, technology livelihood education. For the grade level, it is also for grade 4 to grade 6, up to grade 6, and grade 7 to grade 10, grade 11 to grade 12, and others. So for the student objectives, learning outcomes. For TELE students will be able to what is consumer electronics servicing, identify the basic tools in electronic servicing. There are two. What are the uses of the tools? How to use the tools in electronics servicing. Number 3, enumerate the safety requirements for handling tools. Under that, what are the do's and don'ts while performing and using the tools? So for the 4th, explain why it is important to observe and follow at all times the procedure in using tools. 5, research of what are the common tools that is being used in electronics. 6, learning on how to measure electricity. 7, identify the appropriate measuring instruments to be used. 8, identify the types of component and object. 9, identify health hazard and occupational risk. 10, technical drawing. So for the industrial arts students, they were able to first, what is consumer electronics servicing? Second, identify the basic tools in electronic servicing. Under that, there are two. First, describe the proper use of every tool. Second, identify the appropriate hand tool and its uses in electronic servicing. Third, enumerate the safety requirements for hand tools. Explain why it is important to observe and follow at all times the procedure in using tools. Fifth, research of what are the common tools that is being used in electronics. 6. Learning on how to measure electricity. 7. Identify the appropriate using instruments to be used. 8. Identify the types of component and object rather. Under that, identify the measuring object and its component. 9. Identify health hazard and occupational risk. 10. Technical drawing. Under that, there are two. First, draw the different electronic symbol with their corresponding physical appearance. Second, draw the schematic and pictorial diagram. So for the 11th, presentation for NC2 or National Certificate. For the targeted state framework content standard or benchmark, it refers to K-12 technology and livelihood education. First, explain the importance of use of hand tools. Second, performing mensuration and calculation. Third, preparing and interpreting technical drawing. Fourth, observing occupational health and safety. Fifth, maintain hand tools and equipment. Let's go on. For the procedures, Day 1. Learners must know what electronics is through the help of teachers. Second, students will do the activity 1, use of fraction of basic tools in electronics, and it engages in class discussion. In a toolbox, the teacher would introduce to the learners the tools and equipment in electronics one by one to the learners, and after introducing of the teacher, the student will get the tools inside the toolbox and they will identify what tool it is and what is the function or use of that tool in electronics. Second day, learners will watch a video about electronics, and after watching, they will reflect of what they watch by writing an essay in 2 paragraphs, and every paragraph there are 5 sentences. 4. As homework, learners will surf on internet of what are the safety protocol in electronics and the personal protective equipment or PPE in electronics. For the third day, learners will watch a video on what do electronics servicing work do. Learners will do the activity 2, identify and connect, and engage in class discussion. Learners will complete the given statement by identifying what kind of tools or equipment suits in that statement. After identifying, learners need to connect if where its function in electronics. For the fourth day, learners do activity 3, electronic service is important, poster. Engage in class discussion. In a 1/4 size of illustration board, learners will use their creative imagination in making a poster that shows how an electronic service is important. For the fifth day, learners will listen to the discussion 1 of the head in electronic department, and the coverage of the discussion are: first, measuring the voltage and resistance of electricity. Second, the possible effect of doing jumping tapping of electricity. Third, the do's and don'ts in electricity. Fourth, identifying the common cause of the problem in electricity. For the sixth day, learners will view a video presentation on how to light up the bulb in a parallel and series circuit using step by step. For the day 7 and 8, learners will divide into groups to make an output of how to light up the bulb through parallel or series circuit. approximate time needed. For the 20 days, 2 hours per session, 1 hour lecture, and 1 hour laboratory. Prerequisite skills. A. Communication skills, reporting, presentation, recitation. B. Physical skills. Use one of or two hands to grasp, move, or assemble objects. Use finger to grasp, move, or assemble very small objects. See differences between color, shades, and brightness. See details of objects that are less than a few feet away. See details of objects that are more than a few feet away. Make quick, precise adjustments to machine control. C. Mathematical skills. Know to solve simple mathematical statement. Second, know how to measure. For the materials and resources required for unit, technology or tools, multimeter, soldering station, soldering accessories, bench power supply, oscilloscope, wire stripper, needle nose pliers, and wire cutter, hot glue gun, precision screwdriver set, tweezer, assortment kits and electronics components, breadboards, resistors. For the technology or hardware, first laptop, second printer, third TV, fourth projector, fifth computer. For the printed, magazines, books, newspapers, pictures. Supplies, learning materials, printer ink, course guide, book, and etc. Activity materials, book paper, tools, pencil, calculator, and etc. So for the references or internet resources, it's also stated there under. So for the other, interview to professional workers and experts. Accommodation for differentiated instruction. Resource students. Students have cooperation during the group activity. Everyone should have contribution to the group. Tasks should perform in the exact date and time. Students with disorders. Students will be given their own special task that is appropriate to them in order to accomplish, and they will pass or presented it to the exact time that was given. So for the facility areas, students may go to the different electronics industries and have some interview or survey, and after that, they will discuss it to the class. So for the students' assessment, under that, students shall be graded according to: first, attendance 10%, performance 40%, quizzes and assignments 15%, midterm and finals 35%, for the total of 100%. Thank you for listening. God bless everyone.